Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock.
It is once again Saturday and the weather is pleasant.
But more importantly, we survived Friday the 13th.
Now we're in the far more dangerous and far more dreaded day of bad luck and terrifying horror, Saturday the 14th.
And we'll survive it just the same.
You don't believe me?
honestly-
Ask Leslie Nielsen.
I honestly forgot it was Friday the 13th yesterday. There was such little emphasis on it.
By a calendar.
No.
All right, folks.
welcome-
Yes, how you guys doing? Welcome to our show. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. Joining on my left is Angel Mendez,
Hello everyone. Once again, happy to be here.
the
and
living
welcome.
Ed, sometimes oblivious.
Always.
And of course, the host of Los Amigos Play himself.
Oh yes, I do that sometimes.
And also joining me on my right is the host of the Black Files, a man who puts in the man hours behind the production of all of our videos on this channel every single week, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you very much for that, Joe. Thank you for the intro. And we want to thank you watching us live tonight as we simulcast our stream on youtube.com/ravensflock and twitch.tv/the Ravensflock online.
If you are watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell located right by the knees.
And if you're watching on Twitch, do the same. Hit the follow button, which is also located by Angel's
Observe
left knee.
And
upon my limbs.
And of course, if you have any questions or comments related to what we're talking about, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, go ahead and drop them and we will answer them during the duration that we are live.
As usual, we ever so appreciate whatever interaction we get from our beloved listeners. Because as long as one person is out there listening, our message becomes reality.
And speaking of message, we're going to go in and we're going to start white freaking hot.
It begins.
We're Matt.
Yes, we are madmen. But this
Oh, baby.
is something we need to talk about.
Baby,
Juan,
how was I supposed to know?
I believe you have a gigantic follow-up to share with us.
Yeah, thanks for hyping that up and putting the blame on me. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I'm not putting the blame on you. I'm putting
I
the
am.
spot. No,
Oopsie.
there's a difference between putting the
Oops.
blame and putting the
You did it again.
Oh.
Don't forget.
Nice
It's okay. We're just gonna gaslight him into admitting he was wrong later.
No. I see what he's doing. I see what you're doing, Juan.
Yeah, no, and funnily enough, that's kind of the same strategy that's been used against the subject of our follow up. Of course, that would be Miss BRITNEY SPEARS. She is, of course, still fighting in the California legal system against her own father, of all fucking people, Jamie Spears, who is her legal conservator. He is in charge of her entire estate. He is in charge of everything involving her life. He is in charge of everything involving any sort of decision that she could make, whether or not she's allowed to use 2-ply toilet paper to wipe her butt, or if she's got to use cardboard. Now it's down that badly. So to give you the nitty gritty, long story short, for the past 13 years, Britney Spears, the beloved pop icon and fat material to guys of our generations the world over, let's not fucking lie. Let's not lie.
Who said anything?
Okay, good.
I'm not saying anything.
Has been under a legal conservatorship that has placed her very agency and her very independence completely within the hands of someone else. In this case being her father, Jamie Spears. They had a co-conservator a while ago, but that person left.
As you know, this is only used for people who are normally unable to care for themselves due to physical or mental disabilities. And because you experienced that severe scandal where she had what could be scientifically described as a freakout, they have been using that as an excuse to essentially attach strings to her and puppeteer her life and career for the last decade and a half.
Now, the last time we talked about this, I believe it was a while back, a couple months ago. The last time Britney took this over to court to try and battle against her father, she was basically denied in court. Am I correct?
It's right. That's true. She made a very impassioned, very heartfelt case, basically saying, like, I don't understand why I have to be under a conservatorship. I am capable of making decisions for myself. I wish to be able to have a family of my own. Again, I want to be able to have a baby. I want to be able to marry who I want to. I want to be able to have my own money and have control over what I spend it on.
And then her dad went, Your Honor, it appears that my golden goose is trying to stop laying golden eggs for me, and I can't have that. And the judge, because this is California, said, yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. They fucking shot her down whole cloth and said, no, we're not going to release you from the conservatorship just off the bat.
Oh, hey,
now,
Mr.
No Duckras on the chat.
Spears' dad made $16,000 monthly on his salary for the last 12 years.
13 years, and yes.
Listen, I understand that a child showing gratefulness to their parents and using their fortune to maintain them alive is perfectly normal, but this is not clearly that case. This man is very clearly taking advantage of his daughter so he can live the high-style life that he could never achieve for himself.
We made a point of this, that the last time when we spoke about the Britney Spears situation, she's got no control over her own money. Her father doles out paychecks on her behalf to everyone under the sun, whether it's her family members or her business manager or the legal team. That's the worst part. Like right now, her money is being used for both her own lawyer that she's trying to use in order to be released from the conservatorship, and her dad's lawyer who is holding on to the conservatorship. She's paying to argue with herself, essentially.
Somebody explain that to me. Why
Nope.
is she doing that?
No, because her father is in control of her fortune and her estate, and he's like, okay, you've got a lawyer, you're paying for your lawyer with this money. And since I'm in control of your money and I'm responsible for you, I'm paying for this with this money.
Do you make this? I make this.
I make this.
Oh, God.
It's that bullshit.
Piece of shit.
Now,
Fast forward to this week.
This past Thursday, a gigantic bombshell headline hit the news. However, thankfully, thanks to the diligence of the online community that has sprung up from the Free Britney movement, and no small part from our buddy Andy Signor, the Lord and ruler of the popcorn planet.
Hope you're doing okay, man.
Along with help that he received from a lawyer, Christopher Meckler, if I'm not mistaken is the guy's name. They went through the news here. Basically, TMZ had gone out and said, Jamie Spears is announcing he's going to relinquish the conservatorship and he will step down. Everybody and their mother rejoiced. Everybody fucking threw their hands up. It's a party in the USA. Britney is finally free. Except not really. Except the source of this is coming from a legal document that Jamie Spears' lawyer put out, Which fun fact, you could tell that this was leaked to TMZ by the lawyer.
Yeah, most likely.
Before going to court, because normally in a court document, when it's submitted and actually received and processed, a court document gets a stamp with like a date and time from the court, from the circuit court. In this case, the documents had no stamping on it.
So it's a what's the word you do?
It was a preemptive.
It's a preamble.
Exactly.
No, because if I recall, Andy himself went with a lawyer with the actual document, and they went through that whole thing to get every detail scraped out.
Exactly. They basically went through it with a fine-tooth comb this past Thursday night on Andy's channel, Popcorn Planet. Of course, if you wish to go support him, he's been hawkish in his coverage of the Free Britney movement, because he believes like this whole ordeal is a pain in the ass.
It is a worth pursuing cause,
and he's definitely on the side of Britney. Like, hey, come on, she wants to be able to have a family. Her father is in control of the fact that she's got an IUD implant in her and she can't procreate.
This is basic fucking human authority. I can't believe we're at a point where we're looking at this person and going, yes, clearly this person is not fit to basically live by themselves. But they are perfectly fit to perform all these concerts for us,
It's a disgusting crime against humanity, like with Britney's dad. And
Listen,
the worst of
Joe, I'm sorry to tell you, you are not allowed to have children. But I need you to go to that stage and juggle those chainsaws for me.
The worst.
Don't juggle chainsaws, Jose. We own you. You can't say no.
Like, bro, this is one step below slavery at this point.
Oh no! What's worse is that before this before all this. Well, actually, no. Still, he can legally do that.
No, that's the worst part. This is justified, and the dumbasses in the law of court somehow allow this to keep happening.
Normally, this conservatorship situation comes up when somebody is like completely mentally incapacitated,
like Alzheimer's or some shit.
Exactly.
Like that.
Or like it's sort of like when the president is medically incapacitated, and for a couple of weeks or whatever,
the vice president has to step in and take control.
Exactly. And then when the president
the House of Representatives steps in if they cannot do that.
Yeah, exactly. And then the president came out of the hospital and was sworn back into office. It's the same sort of like situation, like in the event that this person is not capable of making decisions for themselves, they're not capable in any cognitive sense to actually be able to tell right from wrong, left from right, black from white, up from down, then yeah, you can argue that you have to take responsibility for that person, but you have to act in their best interest. You can't just fucking wheedle out their money like this. And this was done 13 years ago to Britney Spears, and this was done to her without her knowledge, without her consent, without her approval, without her input, nothing, Nathan, nada. It was only until about a year or two ago that she actually found out, oh, hey, I can ask to not be under a conservatorship. Sweet, merciful Jesus. Holy crap. And no, you're not late, you're fine over here.
Hi, Billy.
Billy is, our buddy, yours truly, Billy, is watching on our Twitch stream.
It's good to hear from you again, my friend. I hope everything is well for you.
You're getting in on this just as we're getting in the nitty-gritty. Now,
in the list and depths of Yu-Gi-Oh! Town.
Now, while Andy had a lot of patience this past Thursday night with his lawyer friend that he...
How long was that stream? How many hours was that?
Okay, he basically covered the first hour or so of his stream.
Jesus Christ.
Was going through the document, and we've got I've got the entire document over here, and this is the pages of death. Oh
Jesus, man.
Okay, I'm gonna abbreviate this.
Yes, please do. Because
just
a
keeps
lot
going.
of reading, my friend.
Okay, I'm going to abbreviate this for everybody and give you the short, stupid version. Like, I'm explaining it to Jose after he's gotten drunk, after polishing off a bottle of Jack Daniels.
I ate that bag of THC gummies again. Help me out here.
Okay, Angel just ate a whole bag full of THC gummies.
Shinji Ikari has just stopped the event Horizon. You're gonna have to explain
and
it
he
to
can't.
Oh my God.
Okay,
just explain it.
Okay, putting it simply, and like I said, I'm abbreviating this. So, if you wish to try to read through the entire document, go right ahead. You can find it online. It's out there. It's available. It's public record. It's not even a secret. Basically, Jamie Spears had his lawyer put down and start with like a big fucking preamble of everything I've done was for my daughter's sake, and I love her so much, and I care so badly for her well-being, and I would never do anything to harm her. If she wants to have babies, she may have babies. I never once said that. Then I will only ever want her to be taken care of, because everything I ever do is only as a conservator and as her father.
You could replace the first few pages of the document with a very well painted picture of him sucking his own dick. essentially.
Pretty much. Like, this
Damn.
guy clearly qualifies for Cirque du Soleil. He is limber enough to fillet himself.
No worries, Billy. It's okay if you missed the lab. You know the video is saved on YouTube and you can check it out a bit later. And as
Exactly.
usual, we'll be available next week.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the beauty of our content. It's never really gone. Like herpes.
Or friendship.
or Brittany's fucking dad.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
no,
fucking hell.
he's gonna go eventually. It's just
Eventually
taking
he
longer.
will.
No, that's the other bit on here. Number 2. Oh, you want to be careful with the cable
worries,
there.
I'm keeping
Number
that here.
2 on this. Jamie Spears took this opportunity to try and take every other person in Britney's life and throw them under the bus to the nth degree. He basically displayed textbook narcissism 101. Everything good that has happened to Britney's life is thanks to me. Everything bad that has happened to Britney's life is thanks to everyone else other than me.
Oh my
The
god.
usual of avoiding all accountability and responsibility and tossing everyone else under the... You know what? That feels like he knows the gravy train is coming to a stop. So he's trying to essentially grab as much dough as he can and escape. And yes, Billy, on PC 14050p, Doom is a sexual experience.
It is beautiful.
Not a single man in this room is a virgin after we touch that game.
This son of a bitch
Okay.
does not get to call himself a parent
Or a father.
it's-
or a father.
Gentlemen, Billy Mays.
But
But wait, there's more. Specifically, in that part of the document, he's taking on Britney Spears' mother, Lynn Spears, and he's naming her specifically for having wasted $150,000 a year on
my
her living expenses, which include a mansion in Louisiana where they're from, maid service, utilities, and the like.
Oh my
So
And
he's
he
basically...
specifically
Oh
said-
my god.
He's literally going, yeah, I know I did terrible things, but what about those guys over there who also did terrible things?
And specifically saying that Lynn's cost Britney's estate a total of like $2 million on here. Fun fact, gentlemen, since we've already established this, who's in charge of Britney's money right now?
That guy over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jamie Spears.
So that means that if her mother got to spend all that money, she did so with his permission.
He's
After
the one
all,
cutting the
there's
checks.
nothing stopping him from going, no, you're not going to buy a $5 million mansion in Beverly Hills.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
this motherfucker is the one like, oh, well, if it's such a terrible, horrible thing, why the fuck are you cutting the checks, old man?
Listen. I know I killed all those Jews.
Dude,
But have
no!
Oh my
But have
god.
you considered the Nazis?
No!
Said Adolf Hitler. That's what's
Jesus
happening here.
fucking Christ, no.
Listen, I know I set up all those gas chambers, but have you considered the people that work for me in building them?
Get the fuck out with that. Enough. No, please.
That's-
No.
That is horrible, Angel.
No, the
But
point...
this is what's happening here. The guy in charge is complaining that the people he's hiring are committing the atrocities.
He's gone basically, like, in this document also stating that, oh, there were moments where he's basically saying, like, oh, I am fully responsible for everything in Britney's estate, everything involving her money and her well-being, except for the times when I wasn't. I had to go through convalescence. I had a heart attack or a murmur or something back in 2014. It was so terrible. I had no idea that
don't
Britney
understand.
was...
No, fuck
I had
that.
no idea that Britney was taken to a psychiatric retreat or some shit.
It's like I
Except
read the
for
news.
when he also says, oh, but I was totally apprised of when she was taken to a psychiatric retreat.
No,
Jesus
fuck that.
Christ.
Surprise my ass.
Never mind.
I
You
bet
check
he's
title.
center there.
No,
Yeah,
fucking hell.
This is what we're getting here. We have a dude essentially avoiding all responsibility for his own actions, fucking over everybody, and still trying to get away with as much money as he can,
While
even though
throwing everybody else
everything-
under the bus.
Now,
while pointing out that literally everything is his fault now.
Now, the big takeaway on all this is he's basically stating that, oh, once we set, I'm like I
Well,
said,
yes,
I'm
he does in
paraphrasing.
fact need to go to jail.
I am Jamie, not James. He's Jamie Spears, and I'm paraphrasing. He said, "Oh, once we can settle the 12th account, then we can begin the process of transitioning Britney to a new conservator." This 12th account that he's making reference to in here happens to be his legal fees from his lawyer. Basically, he's stating, I want you to pay me out, cash me out, and pay off my legal team, and then maybe I'll start working on stepping away
How much
from the conservatorship.
Notice how it says we want to transfer the conservatorship to someone else. How much you want to bet that person will be in his pocket instead?
Yeah,
No,
well,
no,
fuck that.
Brittany's actually-
And old man Jimmy can fuck himself.
Jamie
Jamie.
Spears,
Jimmy!
motherfucker. Okay, it's not James. It's not Jimmy Crackcorn. Jamie Spears, the motherfucker.
He might as well be on crack.
Yeah,
How
but
much you
he's-
want to bet that man has been on crack?
Sounds like
He
it.
swallowed those rocks dry.
He smoked rocks. Now, the craziness on all this is basically the motherfucker is trying to find a way to cash out and milk out as much money from his daughter as possible because he knows he doesn't have any talent. He doesn't have any marketable skills. He doesn't have any experience. You better believe once all this is done, if he wants to try to open a business or some shit, you better believe ain't nobody gonna pass
He's
him
gonna
dollar
hit some hell
one.
on that one.
This guy has nothing. He has literally been a leech throughout Britney Spears' entire life.
How
Her-
disappointing! Imagine being a father and the only thing you provided to your child's life is your seed. That's it. You were only good for the reproduction process and literally good for nothing else. That's amazing.
Like the only thing you were good for was providing your DNA, and she came out.
Apparently, Wikipedia says James.
Okay, well, still, fuck him.
Fuck old man Jimmy.
I always knew I couldn't trust those fuckers at Team Rocket.
God damn it, no. But
But I
the
digress.
point here is that the headline that everyone's been jumping all over, that was a calculated marketing tactic from TMZ, who has been known to allegedly be receiving leaks directly from Spears himself.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, no. But the point is, all of this was coming out. And all of this is coming out as Britney and her legal team are saying, we want to try and take this date of September, and we want to try and bring it forward to the end of August. That way we can work on getting this dismissed.
Good.
And all of that was like a judge over the weekend. She looked at it and she's like, okay, Miss Spears, you say September? Yes. And Jamie Spears, he says he has no objection to this? Yes. Okay, I don't care. We're not doing it till September anyway. The judge just like either they don't care or they're not good at their job. The point of this is
It's
that
California, man.
all of this was a calculated tactical leak in order to try to get everyone talking about, oh, Britney's finally free, we can move on, the terror is over. No, it's not over. It's far from over. Those of you guys who are actually embedded in the Free Britney movement, do not give up. Do not give in. Don't stop until this motherfucker is out of her life.
Completely.
And once the transition can be made for Britney to be able to handle herself personally,
And we may rest.
then is when we can rest.
Do not forget, the media loves to manipulate numbers and statistics just to suit their own purpose. But I digress. Here's the thing. This is what they do. They literally said, it's over. You win. What happens when you say that? People stop talking about it. They start focusing on the next disaster, the next scandal.
That's
they
why
want to play that fucking game.
That's why fucking Andy, of all things, like he reported on that and he put at the end of it, he said like, this is coming from fucking TMZ, so take this with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be following this up later tonight, on the, being Thursday night, and I want to see if there's more to this. Literally within a couple hours, he's like, okay, yeah, there's way more to this. I'm gonna talk about this later tonight with the lawyer.
Yeah.
Do
And
you know what
we're
this
gonna,
is?
like, this is bullshit.
This is literally the equivalent of those articles you see on Twitter where it's just the headline and the little blur of the article is meant to make you like really fucking pissed off until you read the whole article.
Until you read it. It's clickbait.
It's bait.
Yeah.
Look at this hook. It's rusted and broken.
God damn it.
God damn.
So obviously,
Media stunk.
obviously
Yes,
the work is not done.
No.
We want to hear from you. We want to hear from those of you watching tonight, and those of you on the stream, and those of you watching on the replay.
Yeah, what are your thoughts about this? Do you want to punch this old bastard in the face too? Let us know in the comments.
How many
Yes.
people want to kick some ass?
I do! I'm sorry, I'm really mad. And it's going to take something really positive and awesome to bring me back. To
That is the
mood.
beautiful perspective. Remember, a decade ago, people were making fun of Britney over her breakdown, and now here we are.
And now we see, oh shit, there's actually some.
Perspective is a wonderful thing, is it not?
Now, real quick, I want to get in on the YouTube chat over here. Our buddy Mr. Geek Me Out is on the chat tonight. Thank
Hello
you for joining
there.
us, Mr. Geek Me Out.
Thank you kindly.
You've got 2 questions for us from Impact Wrestling.
I'll take care of
the-
it. What's question one?
Question one, well, I'll give you both. First is, what do you think of Melina Perez wrestling at Impact Wrestling? And the second was, what do you think of Christian Cage winning the Impact World Championship from Kenny Omega?
All right.
First off, I'm going to go ahead and get it. But first off, we cover Impact Wrestling every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on Jose's Big Beauty Project Wrestle Rewind.
So feel free to check him out there if you want more.
We all have
elaborate.
big beauty projects.
I don't.
That's because you a big, beautiful man, baby.
And on Wrestle Rewind, Jose recaps Impact Wrestling, AEW Dynamite, and WWE NXT. Anything pro wrestling within those three shows, Jose recaps that every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. So go ahead and give us your take, Jose.
All right, yeah, real quick.
Well, just a little bit,
real
Billy.
quick.
But
First
I'm just
Jose,
happy
and
to
then
see you here
Angel,
right now.
Angel, one at a
Angel.
time, please.
First, Jose's, and then we're gonna get to
Please.
Oh, no,
guys.
relax. That was just a reply. Go ahead.
Come on, man.
All right, so in terms of Melina Perez, I definitely do miss seeing her wrestle. Like, she hasn't been wrestling on television since since 2010, unless she's been wrestling in Impact Wrestling after her tenure at the WWE. But no, I've seen her wrestle before. I'm excited that she's not only participating like back in the ring, but she's also going up against Deonna Purrazzo, one of the greatest female
La
wrestlers.
Virtuosa and current Impact knockouts.
I was going to
Virtuous.
say that. And more importantly, they're wrestling in the all-women's pay-per-view event, NWA Empower. Like, seriously, it's all women paper. It's all female competitors are going to be in the pay-per-view, and it's awesome. It's really cool. It highlights women's wrestling.
Amazonian War. I'm
Now,
down.
as far as Christian Cage is concerned, dude, I have been a fan of Christian since the Attitude Era. Edge of
Damn.
Christian, yeah, 1999.
By the way, Angel, Melina,
yeah, that's Melina's entrance from 2006.
she still does this.
She still does
Damn,
it.
son.
But no, Christian winning the Impact World title was a perfect move. Like, it is great. It's awesome. He hasn't won a world championship since 2011, and this is his, I want to say, not redemption, but like, this is redemption because he's been shelved for years due to concussion issues.
Don't call it a comeback, though. He has been here for years.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, yep.
So I'm definitely all for it. All right, let's move on to the Twitch comments.
And on the Twitch comments, real quick, Billy has been talking up a storm. Yep. Okay. Also, no Duckers. Thank you for that. Who is Fez Watley? I don't know. Angel, do you know who Fez Watley is? Apparently, he's someone who died.
Fez? Hang on, I gotta look this
Fez
up.
Watley?
I think I heard of this. Give me a second, but it was a bit of a rumor that was floating around the internet.
The only Fez I know is the Fez from that 70s show. Sorry.
Also-
I had to.
Fez
Also-
Watley?
Yes.
Also, what's his face? Billy is asking, love the field of vision. Is it 90 degrees?
Something similar to it.
No, this is a very wide-angle lens
Oh,
that
shit.
we have on here.
He's the radio personality and co-host of the Ron and Fez show. He has recently passed away at the age of 57.
Okay, that's very tragic.
dang, man.
Our
Okay.
sincerest condolences to his friends and family. Though I myself didn't actually hear the radio show that many times when I got read in radio, it was a staple of the old station.
Yep.
So, Fez, whatever you are, may you broadcast peacefully, my man.
Indeed. Yeah, he's up in the airwaves. He's riding the airwaves instead of broadcasting.
You know what? Yeah,
And
go on.
real quick, just to answer Billy's question, on Jose's show, Wrestle Rewind, we use a standard 18 to 55 millimeter standard DSLR lens. And on Los Amigos Play and on the Ravens Flock, we have a 10 to 18 millimeter wide angle lens, and we have it as wide out as possible. And this
It makes my arm look fucking massive, though. Look at this thing.
I know, right?
The reason for that is because before we got the wide angle lens, we all had to fucking huddle together and be crunched in, even at the widest.
But we have maintained social distance of 6 inches now to protect ourselves against the gay. So we're here now.
Against is that like the new Greek alphabet?
Yes.
Is that after
Delta is Corona gay?
And it's like
GHEY.
GHEY, and the Y has a little ampersand over
Yes,
it.
it comes with a severe problem of keeping your distance, not hugging anybody, and you can't kiss the homies goodnight.
God damn it!
Damn.
I know, it's a sad.
I don't care what anyone says. Kissing the homies goodnight is not gay. So
Right?
It is now.
All right. So let's go ahead and get on to the rest of the news here. Hey, guys. Let me ask you just a random question.
this isn't random, but go on.
Okay, fine. Well, Juan's comments notwithstanding, what game do we know? Well, throw in any games that you know that ruins friendships. Come on, throw me a game.
Monopoly.
Mario Party.
No, Juan got it right. Monopoly.
Oh.
But Monopoly is fun. It teaches you about business.
Yeah.
And how it
You
can
know-
destroy families and ruin friendships.
Yeah. But now, how about Monopoly in real life?
That is slightly less fun than the actual Monopoly, if I recall.
Not if you're the one winning.
And speaking of winning, Funimation is apparently
No.
winning.
Well, we'll get to Funimation in a bit, but more
Wrong
important.
one.
Oh, different one.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
I
no.
completely fucked up this segue.
Fuck
My
up the
apologies.
segue. Nice going.
Yes, it wasn't me this time.
You know, just like Funimation keeps
Eat
fucking
shit,
up
Juan.
dubs.
I'm out. No. No.
Bereft of common sense, Mr. Arauz decides to cancel himself out of the stream.
All right. Well, yes, it is. Well, here, what we're really going to talk about is recently that was reported Fan Expo acquires 6 Wizard World nerd events, including Chicago, building a global fan con juggernaut. Like, that's what the headline reads on Forbes.com.
So they have become the newest Walmart of cons by consuming 6 other smaller cons?
It would appear so, yeah. Like, geez.
Do we have any notifications on whether this will change the actual events, or will it simply be, hey, you're under different management right now, this is who you pay the bills to?
Hang on a minute. I got slapped here with a friggin' thing. I'm going to pull up another article because Forbes pulled some bullshit on me.
Forbes just gave us a cease and desist. We are now banned in the country of Forbes.
All right, so here's the...
Forbes isn't a country; it's a magazine, and even then, why would they ban us? They're
All right,
business.
and this
Because
is
they are
reported.
big enough.
Like, I pulled up another article. This is from prnewswire.com. It said, all right, and this is reported on August 10th. Fan Expo headquarters shared big plans to change the fan convention industry in North America forever when it announces 6 of Wizard World's largest United States shows will join its portfolio. Events in Chicago, Philadelphia, New Orleans, Portland, St. Louis, and Cleveland will be rebranded as Fan Expo events by next year.
Huh.
So no more Wizarding World for those 3. They're all just fan expos.
Yep,
Fuck me.
The Fan Expo portfolio will run 17 shows in North America, making it the largest producer of fan conventions in the world.
Now, what this means usually when you call yourself a producer is that you are footing the bill. So will this actually make any changes to the events or the actual way the events are operated? Or will it simply be, hey, this guy pays us now instead of this guy? That's what I want to know, because this sounds like a pretty big thing, but sometimes it just boils down to, hey, they're handling finances
I'm pretty
now.
sure for the simplicity of it all, it's no longer, it's like getting your paycheck from one processing company. No, it's coming from another company. You're still getting your paycheck.
Now, Fan Expo's headquarters existing roster right now includes Fan Expo in Canada, specifically Toronto, MegaCon Orlando, which is happening now as we speak.
By the way, the Ravens flock would like to offer our deepest condolences for not being able to attend, and wish all our friends and family members of the Central Florida cosplay and con community a wonderful, fun time.
I hope
Except
you
for
have
that
it.
one asshole that I told you guys about earlier.
Yeah, I know.
May
You
he
know who
rot
you
in
are.
hell.
May you rot in hell.
We know who
Let's
you
see.
are, and we know what you
Fan
did, you
Expo
sick
Dallas,
fuck.
Boston, Calgary Comics and Entertainment Expo. There's a Fan Expo all over Canada. Let's see here, and yeah, it's just a whole bunch. It also includes Fan Expo in San Francisco, which is a new event that will be launching in fall of next year, and Fan Expo Denver, previously Denver Pop Culture Con, which will return again next year. Yeah, everything, like, there's a lot of plans for Fan Expo to host new events coming in 2022. So
It seems that it might be. So far, I'm only seeing this as a change in management. We're going to have to actually talk to somebody within the con community later to see if there has been any changes or anything that we should be aware of. As far as it appears, though, does it show any particular changes in how the business are going to be run?
Well, here's what was commented by the Fan Expo HQ president himself, Aman Gupta. Gupta, thank you. Every fan at every single one of our 17 events across North America will benefit from this game-changing announcement. As the largest producer of fan events in the world, we will be able to offer even more exclusive access to superstar talents, international brands, and innovative experiences. 2022 will be the most exciting year in our company's history, and I know the fans will feel that pride and excitement.
So corporate talk everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Nothing
Don't
specific has been revealed
worry.
thus far.
Everything's going to be great, guys.
It's just a bunch of, that's all it is.
Why does it sound like Tony Khan? Like, everything is going to be great over here, guys. You think this is going to be the greatest thing of all time?
It kind of is like that.
To be fair, AEW is succeeding right now.
I mean, hey,
Right
mergers may not necessarily be a bad thing. Those cons having access to higher number of resources and possibly a bigger budget would be good. But like I said, we don't know what the people in charge actually want and their vision. They might let it run normally. They might start fucking around with things. We don't know.
I cannot remember the source, but I do remember hearing a couple years back that a majority of the holdings from Fan Expo is get a load of this. I think you're gonna flip your shit here, Angel. Is held by a Chinese-based holding company.
Oh, well, that explains everything. No wonder all that money was just raining into their pockets.
Renminbi.
Well, I guess I ain't going to those cons.
But yeah, no, Fan Expo HQ will be collaborating with Wizard World on a smooth transition and will honor all prior commitments with fans, exhibitors, and artisans. Wizard World will continue to operate the Wizard World Vault and will be participating at all Fan Expo events. Shows already organized for 2021 will run as originally planned, including Wizard World Chicago. Fans can expect a new, reinvigorated brand and revitalized attendee experience to be delivered for 2022 under the Fan Expo banner.
Okay, so that last part is literally a bunch of, don't worry, guys, nothing's gonna change.
It's a bunch of fluff.
Yeah, they're trying to reassure the fans that nothing's gonna change.
You want a good news? I don't really know.
Wait,
whether or not
this may not necessarily be bad news. You know, worst case scenario, everything is the same. Best case scenario, you get more budget. So
like, the one thing that I'm wondering over here is what kind of straits was Wizarding World originally in that brought them to the point where they had to sell 6 conventions out of Wizarding World on here? Is the entire brand of Wizarding World completely gone now with these cons, or are there still going to be other Wizarding World conventions, just not at these 6?
No one's going to Hogwarts anymore.
What advantages does Fan Expo have in terms of this business venture?
Remember they said they if I remember correctly, they're part owned by a Chinese holding company.
Oh yeah, that's true. So
they've
there's
got
that.
renminbi.
There's money.
They've got renminbi on them.
They got those Chinese bucks flowing in.
No, they got renminbi is what they got.
Renminbis.
Winnie the Pooh is now the career sponsorship of all these cons.
Oh my goodness.
Taiwan is still a country. Fuck you.
Taiwan's still a
Taiwan
country.
is
Free
still
the
a country.
Uyghurs and fuck that shit.
I really miss my Uyghurs.
But yeah, no, Angel does have
The
a point.
song's about equality.
Angel does have an earlier point. This is far too soon to make any type of judgments. We'll have to wait and see what happens over the next couple of months and see if anything exciting, that catches our attention as nerds, as fans, that'll give us a reason to actually go to these fan expos.
Somebody shows up with a Winnie the Pooh shirt, entire con is cancelled.
Oh my god.
Just the whole thing gets shut down immediately.
I really hope not.
I really hope yes, because we need proof.
No, here's the thing.
Damn, dude.
MegaCon Orlando is happening right now.
Yes.
It is happening right this second. From what I'm getting from people who are there, who are attendees, or who are working as vendors, like our friend Lollygag, Lala Lori, by the way. Go ahead and look her up if you're at MegaCon. She is our favorite brunette. She's an incredible artist. Go buy her stuff and give her your money. The point that I'm making here is that from accounts like hers and from other people who are at the convention, they're basically saying like, okay, yeah, everybody's being required to mask up. Everybody's being safe. Nobody's taking any chances. They're not fucking around this time.
Apologies for segue, but it appears that our friend Billy needs to step out because it is 2:10 a.m. in his place, so he needs to get some sleep. Brother, thank you kindly for joining us today, and I hope that you will enjoy the rest of the episode.
Have a good night, Billy. Thanks. Check us out on the replay.
Have a good night. Let's
Take
continue.
care now. Oh yes, this is happening now.
So, as far as the management on the local level, down to the ground business here is concerned, bringing this forward, if the folks running Fan Expo are going to continue being intelligent about this fucking virus and being intelligent about running these conventions, then they will. Then hopefully they'll do a good job, and we won't have any problems with it.
So if I wear a cosplay with a helmet, like a Power Ranger or a Kamen Rider, does that mean that I don't need to wear a mask because I am already masked?
I would say you'd be fine. The only thing that if you want to take the helmet off, because it's a fucking.
If you want to take the helmet off, you gotta wear a mask.
No, I'm in character. I ain't taking that fucking helmet off.
Yeah, okay, tell that to the Delta variant.
That's their problems.
And it'll be yours if you don't mask up.
No, fuck that. I'm wearing a helmet.
Okay, you're
Listen,
masked up
if
and
a
you're wearing.
thin piece of cloth can stop the virus, then fucking several inches of glass can stop it too.
Yeah, but at one point you'll have to take the helmet off.
No, I won't. That's why you had the straw.
Okay, don't
Come
worry
on, man.
about it.
This is basic logic here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, folks, we want to hear what you think. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know in the live chat. Let us know in the replay what you think about this absorption, this amoeba-like assimilation.
Or as
between-
they call it,
are
a business
Venom.
venture.
between Fan Expo and the Wizard World. We want to hear what you think about this. Obviously, we're going to be keeping our eyes on this because if I'm going to have to re-verify my renminbi claim here, whether or not if that's actually legit. But if it is, then yeah, definitely we want to make sure that they don't start going psychotically draconian on these cons because
They haven't said anything about any changes yet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And
That's the
Angel,
keyword.
you know what? Going back to your earlier point, now we can safely talk about a Funimation purchasing Crunchyroll.
Whoops, my bad.
yeah. By the way, folks,
More
anime is over.
Monopoly!
So, just as Funimation likes to butcher their own dubs, I accidentally butchered that intro. My apologies.
Go ahead,
Please go
Angel.
ahead.
Oh, no. All right. No, you're fine, man. But I pulled up an article here. This was reported on, oh, wow, this was today. But it's a recap.
Hot off the presses.
Anime fans rejoice because Sony, the owner of Funimation, has completed its acquisition of Crunchyroll from AT&T for a total of $1.175 billion. This was made possible through the joint venture with Sony Music Entertainment in Japan. And yeah, there's a subsidiary Aniplex, according to a company press release.
Aniplex.
Yep, this new deal will allow Sony to have access to the two streaming platforms. It will also broaden its range on how both Funimation and Crunchyroll will now share content.
Holy shit.
Okay,
Alright,
so
so-
this is less than I expected. I was under the impression like Funimation itself kind of devour Crunchyroll. What you're telling me is Sony is now in charge of both of them instead of only one of them.
Well, Sony recently stated in a press release that it plans to combine both Funimation and
never
Crunchyroll
fucking
to
mind.
create one mega streaming
Funny
platform.
roll.
Funny. Oh no! Don't give them ideas. No, that's terrible.
Crunchy-mation.
Well, hang on.
If they do that, it would be funny roll, wouldn't it? Oh god. Real quick, also Steph the Alternate is watching us on our YouTube channel.
Hey,
Hey,
Steph.
Steph. Love you.
Hey,
Thanks
buddy.
for joining in tonight.
Thank you for joining.
Holy
Thank you.
shit.
This is
Don't
big.
call it funny roll. Oh no.
This is big news for anime fans as they will have an even bigger supply of anime to binge on. And there's an example here. Crunchyroll has 5 million subscribers along with 120 million registered users with access to 1,200 titles in over 200 countries.
And how many
Getting
subscribers and stuff are there
big.
on Funimation?
Funimation has 800 titles with the app being available in 49 countries on 15 different platforms.
But how many subscribers are on Funimation?
They doesn't
No.
say.
It doesn't say.
Most likely because Crunchyroll has more and they don't want to come up looking as less.
You want to know what's stupid? The really funny thing is that how many folks have double subscription? How many folks actually have both Funimation and Crunchyroll individually? Now that they're
Bruh.
merging it, you're going to see those numbers smushed together
Yeah,
into an
how,
average.
how is that going to work? Are you going to have to like get a new subscription just for that service? Do you expect to keep...
Yeah.
Because if you're going to fuse them together, there'll be a point in keeping two subscriptions for separate services that don't exist anymore.
The likelier outcome of what they're going to do is once they come up with I have to use it for brevity's sake.
Funny roll.
Fuck you, Angel.
Yeah,
I mean,
marketing.
you could say Crunchimation, but it doesn't
No,
sound
it
funny.
doesn't.
Hire me
flow.
for advertisement, you lazy shits.
No, like, the idea is going to be that they're going to bring together the streaming apps into one thing, and they're probably going to have a period where, if you're grandfathered in from Funimation, you stay until X amount of time under the Funimation rate. If you grandfathered in from Crunchyroll, X amount of time under the Crunchyroll rate. But starting on January 1st, 2022 or whatever the fuck, it'll be one price, one rate of yada yada 99 whatever.
I mean, this ultimately means that depending on what the cost is, the fans will essentially win this one. Because if it's less than the combination of those two, congrats, you just got a package deal.
yeah.
Or you can always use the fucking internet and support the official release. But
Yes, please support the official release.
please support the official release.
support-
The
Well,
Ravens
see,
Flock
the thing
stands
is-
for the official release.
The thing is that Funimation and Crunchyroll are tied and partnered with the anime studios in Japan. So strictly speaking, when they get the translations, those are the official releases.
Let me take that back. Please support piracy. Go watch
God
that shit
damn it,
sub.
Angel!
Now, we can't really...
matey.
Now, here's the thing. We can't really completely shit on Funimation. After all, a lot of good animes come from it. I mean, let me throw an example.
a lot of good animes have been English dubbed by.
Allow me to
Oh,
put
yeah,
it this
by
way.
Funimation and Aniplex.
I will only shit on every dub that they constantly censor and modify outside of its original meaning.
Let me give an example then. Full Metal Alchemist.
No, that was fucking great. great.
Thank you.
Yep.
How many years ago was that?
Dragon Ball Z.
Fucking amazing. How many years ago was that?
Which one?
How many years ago did those shows were dubbed?
Oh yeah, good question.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Recently, they come under fire and criticism because they have found, through actual accurate translation with people that speak Japanese, that they are fucking with some aspects of the dub just to appear more trendy.
Ooh.
Guys, you have a job as translators, and what is the other title of the other position?
Interpreters? No.
Interpreters. You don't have to do it 100% literate because that shit makes no sense, but you know the way it sounds correctly.
It's more along the lines of,
Don't play
okay.
call, you fucks.
like, you better believe that if Crunchyroll and Funimation are going to be merging, there's going to be a butt ton of people who are going to get laid off, a lot of sound engineers, a lot of translation people, a lot of marketing people, a lot of office folk are going to go bye-bye. It's going to be a pain in the ass. You better believe there's going to be people shouting to high heaven that this merger is going to fucking kill
Oh, yeah.
so many careers.
This will destroy anime in the United States.
At the same time, we're going to have people who maybe don't, I don't know what sort of like contract work there may be with voice actors and with artists and stuff working at these companies, if they have exclusivity or if they're all independent contractors properly. Fuck you, Vince McMahon.
Or maybe they'll work for like a union or something. I don't know how that works.
Oh yeah, no, that's another thing. Like they need to be like the voice actors need to be considered like SAG-AFTRA unionized and stuff.
There's gonna be a lot of paperwork flying around for this one.
So you better believe there's gonna be folks who are gonna be screaming to high heaven how this is gonna be diminishing a lot of jobs and a lot of employment, which is not wrong. On the other hand, we've got the fans who are going to have their favorite libraries of anime fused into one amorphous blob of animu and mango, which is good. And please don't call it funny roll. Please don't actually call it funny roll.
Wait for it.
Oh God!
But no matter what the casualties or the consequences are going to happen, the top executives, they're not going to care because from their point of view, they're busy making omelets and they're not fretting over every egg. And hey, if this venture turns out to bring in more money, they can break as many eggs as they want.
The one good thing that comes out of this is that if this becomes a rousing success, it will increase the probability of more titles being adapted for the States, which means more people getting into more anime, which is always a good thing no matter which way you look at it.
Yes, we want you all absorbed into our animu
Speaking of
family.
which,
We have you.
Join us.
We have you. We have you.
Everything that has a beginning has a business transaction, Neo.
We have you. Anyways, what's up, Angel?
Nintendo had you. That being said, no, yeah, like I said, this could go very well. This could go very wrong. I don't know what's going to happen, but ultimately we're just combining big blobs with their big problems because, as I said, Funimation is having his own dubs and Crunchyroll has come under some serious fire after it was discovered what they did to create their own animated original series, High Guardian Spies.
Like, they basically siphoned money from these anime studios that was used for processing, for dubbing, and for other stuff on those projects, and like skimming a little at a time, and saving that up to make an original Crunchyroll series. You better believe that shit's gonna get canned.
They were saying, oh, it's coming out. It's been confirmed that it's coming out, but I doubt that thing is going to last more than a couple of seasons because, guys, have you seen the trailer for High Guardian Spies?
No.
Okay, don't bother.
I don't watch crap.
Good. Don't bother. Let me put it this way. When I was watching this trailer, the only thing that I could think of was, how is this supposed to compare with Little Witch Academia that is clearly taking inspiration from? How is this Crunchyroll has like 80 plus other magical girl series. What does this bring to the table that the other ones don't? Answer: nothing.
Like,
even its art style feels so fucking bland, bro.
For the record, we're not trying to say, oh, Crunchyroll and Funimation shouldn't try and endeavor to
make
create original work.
Nothing wrong with that.
That would actually be cool. That would actually be fine. That isn't a problem. Just put the work into it, please.
Fun fact:
do the work.
We already have an excellent example of original anime made in America. You guys remember IGPX Racing Grand Prix?
Hell yeah! I saw the whole series.
Do you remember that the announcer was fucking Peter Cullen?
Yes,
and that the other announcer was Tom Kenny. It was, dude. No, seriously, that show was. It was made by Toonami, and it was a fantastic original creation with some beautiful music that you can almost never find on YouTube. For some reason, the soundtrack for IGPX is a bunch of licensed music because a bunch of independent artists got to work on it.
Wow.
So finding the full playlist is borderline goddamn impossible.
It's fine.
It's
I guess.
fine.
The
It's
point
fine.
is, it can be done.
Small
Just don't use the money that was supposed to be used to localize actual titles for this bullshit.
like
We could have had way more better things than that.
clearly with the it was 1.175 billion, right?
Jesus
That's
Christ.
that was the price tag for Crunchyroll.
I do believe so, yes.
1.175 billion. Yes.
Okay, so Sony's clearly not hurting for money. They got Spider-Man money. They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine.
Please do not
It
forget,
could be fun.
Spider-Man sells more than Superman and Batman combined to this
Now,
day.
The fact of the matter is, if there's that amount of money being tossed around to acquire an entire other anime studio, like another like localizing company, then you better believe they've got a couple of shekels in the pocket to make their own original production. I'm sure that the bean counters at Funny Motion Roll Crunch can come up with a way of coming up with their own original productions without having to fleece the Japanese studios that they're partnering with to actually work on animes that they're localizing.
Nah,
There's
fuck
gotta
that.
be a way.
Nah, fuck that. Too much work.
Yeah, too much work. Let's just hire all those rejected Tumblr artists. Let's this is
No, please, no.
Jesus,
They did a great
No.
job with Iron Man
Hire
Starfire.
artists who are good. Hire Lollygag. Hire her. Hire Lala Lori for your art. I swear to God, she's my favorite brunette, and she's yours too.
Yes.
Do
So
hire
don't
my boy.
ever not throw
I
your
like a
money
little
at
blue
Lori.
in my black.
Exactly. So
I'm
please.
blue, dabum-dee, dabum-da.
Dabba-dee, dabba-da.
But you know what else is? What else I like? I like the color red.
We're going to get to the color red in a minute, but we want to hear what you folks think about this merger, this combination, this fusion.
Yeah. What
of
are your thoughts
Funny-
about this? Are you gonna
Funimation and
Are you gonna
Crunchyroll.
subscribe to this new dual venture, whatever the fuck streaming service they come up with now? Is it gonna be called Funimation Prime or
Do
something?
you think this will be a successful fusion, or it will be one of those, I put my zombie mammoth with your three-headed blue-eyes white dragon thing?
Let us know in the comments if you're going to be contributing. If you want a piece of that cake, just so you can watch some anime.
Oh, I'll
All according
contribute
to cake.
on my computer.
What?
Fucking pirate.
In the open sea.
God
Ah.
Yar, yar, lady.
Hey, look, what Angel does with his own booty on the computer is his business.
Now let it be said
You
that
mean
I
to tell me
now
that Angel's
let's
got pirate
let's get
booty?
one thing clear right here. Yes, let's get one thing clear right here. I do pay for my shit,
Yes.
but only when I really like my shit.
Yes.
I use that. I use that basically as a form of testing the product. If it's crap, I don't pay for it. Guess what? You know Hades, that game that I've been playing non-stop for the last few hours?
Yes.
I actually pirated that game. But I liked
Dun,
it so
dun,
much
dun.
that I went back and said, you know what? You guys deserve my money. Here you go.
And you paid for the full.
And I bought the extra edition with the entire digital soundtrack. Fantastic stuff. Go play Hades. It's a wonderful game.
Go
All
play
right.
Hades.
So what do we got in the comments?
Well, nothing new on the Twitch chat. No Duckers, I think.
but I
stepped
am
out.
very impressed with the
And-
Twitch comments, man.
We're
It's-
doing
Well,
game.
that's because Billy talks up a storm.
That's because
And we
Billy
love
is a
him
good
for it.
boy who ate all his veggies, and now he's going to bed. Sweet
Yep,
dreams,
and
Billy.
Steph, the alternate, she was saying she'll be right back, you guys, and she adores us very much. So, yay,
Yes,
thank you.
we
Steph.
are in
We'll
fact.
check you later.
We are in fact adorable. Who
all
knew?
right.
Like,
Now-
sweet merciful Jesus, this entire... this has been a yo-yo of a roller coaster ride.
But
You
it's
see,
okay.
what happened is that Shinji Ikari stopped the event Horizon,
Angel,
so things
no.
have broken down, unfortunately.
No, Juan, it's okay. Let's talk about something actually, positive for a change.
You said you tried that half an hour ago, and we couldn't get anything positive. We got into mergers of cons and anime companies.
All right, but
our
I ca-
livelihood.
I can make it up to you. You know how?
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 You gonna feed me some salmon?
Maybe.
I can
You
feed.
gonna fry me up a steak?
Perhaps.
Are you gonna give me money?
Well, see,
How are
that-
you gonna make this
with
up
this
to me?
economy, unfortunately, I can't.
How
do
are
it.
you gonna make this up? How? Explain how. Explain.
By telling you that Knuckles will be in the next Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh
movie.
shit! All problems immediately cleaned up. Everything is great. They're great and fantastic.
And more importantly, the person who will be voicing Knuckles the Echidna is Idris Elba.
You may know him as Bloodsport in the last Suicide Squad movie.
The new
You may also
Suicide
know
Squad.
him as Heimdall in the Thor films. You may also know him as that really cool black dude from the newest Ghost Rider.
And you may know him as this kick-ass Marshall Pentecost from Pacific
Marshall
Rim.
Stacker.
Marshall
Pentecost.
Stacker
But
Pentecost
more
from
importantly-
the only Pacific Rim movie that was good.
Exactly. But more importantly, you might know him in his amazing fucking award-winning, critics-defying role that made his entire career.
Which is
Black Superman in Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and
Yes.
So yes,
He's Black
Knuckles
Superman.
is voiced by Black Superman, who is very clearly having some fun with the role for what we're seeing here. And I am ever so eager because I genuinely wasn't expecting this
Like
decision.
the way he announced it to the world was real simple. He went up on fucking Twitter. He put up a picture of Knuckles the Echidna's fist, and all he said was
Knock,
knock knock.
You do realize this is not going to make the rumors of Knuckles being the black guy of the series go down any further.
No, it's basically anointing them as canon and as
You know what?
gospel truth.
The hilarious thing is in the original Sonic Adventure games where Knuckles was first premiered. First off, he was voiced by a white dude, the whitest white dude they could.
Dan Green.
But no, that was the animated series. I'm talking about the game.
Oh yeah, that's
In
right.
the game, he was voiced by the whitest motherfucker, but his music is basically hip hop. Even though his civilization is based on Mayans and Mesoamericans, combined the hip hop music with the dreads, with the fact that the white dude was definitely not trying to sound like a white dude, and essentially people just decided, no, this is the pickle of the series. It's the not black guy.
God,
Gentlemen, this
Damn
is
it.
their way.
We was Knuckles and shit.
gentlemen, we have found a way, brothers.
We have
We
found,
found
it.
it.
Yes,
Whiz.
that little meme certainly didn't
And-
help matters in turning him into our Nigerian.
So it is official. Knuckles the Echidna is joining Sonic the Hedgehog to cancel the apocalypse.
Yes.
So
Oh, sweet Jesus. No. I can only imagine the fucking snark and
Oh.
bullshit banter.
there's going to
'Cause
be some
we're forgetting
bullshit
one
here.
very important element to this. Dr. Robotnik,
who
who was brought to life in the most ham-fisted, beautiful, campy fashion by one Mr. Jimothy Carey.
Wait a second, I just realized something.
What's up?
In
Yeah.
the original games, Knuckles protects the Master Emerald.
The
Then
Master Emerald.
Then the Emerald is broken. So he spends most of his game searching for the pieces to put the whole thing back. Does
Yes.
that mean that he was searching for reparations?
Oh, you fucking... dude!
Well, here, I'll throw you another one, Angel. Fun fact about Idris Elba. You probably don't remember it because it's faded into obscurity, but Idris Elba actually had a cup of coffee in Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance.
He said that.
Yeah, he was there, I remember. He was the cool guy that said, death need not be the end of hope. And then he exploded into rotten chunks of meat.
And kudos to you for remembering that. Not many people will.
Bro, that movie was actually pretty fun. I just wish it had been a bit more tight on the narrative. Remember that time when the bad guy was trying to eat something, but all the food rotted in his hands until he grabbed the Twinkie and it just perfectly still. Good shit.
Oh my
It had,
god!
it had a couple of good gags. I just wish they had done more with it, you know?
Yeah, true. Like, and I like that. Okay, thank God they managed to keep Nicolas Cage on there, and it made it look like a continuation of the first Ghost Rider movie.
May I suggest that
In
you
two
guys
ways.
watch when you get the chance to Drive Angry, which is a spiritual successor to that movie.
I will check it out, but as far as Knuckles coming into the new Sonic movie is concerned, you bet that there is going to be a fucking conflict between Sonic and Knuckles. I'm only throwing the speculation out there because, spoiler, well, at this point, can we really call it a spoiler?
Not really.
Because, yeah, if you haven't seen it, then that's your fault. So, in the beginning of the Sonic movie, when Sonic was a wee little child,
Yeah.
He was chased by echidnas.
he was
both-
chased by echidnas, and they killed his...
Echidnas,
His bird mama.
His bird
echidnas
mama.
with spears and tribal masks, because we ain't done putting black on this thing yet.
How much you want to bet that's going to play into their rivalry?
Considering that in the
You
games,
killed my bird mommy.
do you have any idea?
Bird mommy has no right to withhold this from the truth.
I don't
And
even know who you are.
I don't even know who she is.
Sonic starts glowing blue. Oh, you will,
Oh,
motherfucker.
you will.
That being said, though, don't forget, in the games, Eggman fooled Knuckles into attacking Sonic. So would it really surprise you if he did it again? After all, he said he will be back in home in time for Christmas. Guys, I'm not kidding. If this movie gets a Christmas release, I'm going to lose my shit.
Bro, that would be awesome.
That would be the dumbest marketing gag ever.
Yes,
It will be,
Thank you.
It will be perfect. Don't
And
tell
as
me it
far
won't
as what
be.
you just said, I think that will be. You know what? This conflict will be twofold.
Yeah. You know, and then, we already know what's going to happen. Let's be honest. They're going to fight. Then they're going to team up against Robotnik, etc., etc., etc. Cyclops from the X-Men might make an appearance or two.
We
And
know
Pug
it will
World,
happen, but we're excited to see how it will happen.
Yeah, because that movie was fun. You guys remember fun in the
I
theater?
remember fun.
We
in the
talk
theaters.
about fun every time we're on this program.
Yes,
Because
but
fun is allowed.
remember going to the movies to have fun? I remember that.
I remember.
I remember too.
Oh, and for those of you that have been painfully disappointed with the Monster Hunter live-action movie, check out the CG OVA that they made on Netflix. It's actually pretty good and faithful to the series.
Really?
It's a bit on the short side, but it's really fun, and it features the talents of Mr. Dante Basco as the ace cadet and main character.
Hey, nice. That's
It
good.
is.
It's good to hear him getting
You can
work again.
feel the honor intensify.
He even looks a bit like Rufio, believe it or not.
Really?
No way.
Let
No
me
fucking way.
The
What?
Rufio?
Give me
Well,
a
that's
second.
who Dante Basco is. I mean,
No,
come
I
on,
know
man.
that, but I mean, like, accurately? Hang
Not
on.
exactly accurate. Give me a second.
But we digress. Of course, we're hyped for the Sonic movie. Of course, we're hyped for Idris Elba helping Sonic cancel the apocalypse with his beautiful, manly bass voice of death that even Angel cannot help
Yes.
but envy.
I don't have
And-
it. I don't have. See, this is the ace cadet. It looks like a red-headed Rufio.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I
That's not
see.
bad. That's
Ironically
not bad.
enough, his personality is the complete opposite. He's one of the nicest characters in the series.
And of course, like this Sonic movie is clearly a stepping stone for Jose to have his wet dream come true and have Shadow the Hedgehog on the big screen.
I mean,
Shut up! Shadow the Hedgehog is the
Listen.
best character ever. He's a perfect life form. Fuck
listen,
off.
you complain, but let's be honest. If we had a hint of Shadow the Hedgehog at the end of this movie, all three of us would be jumping off our seats going, "Oh shit!"
I would
Oh,
be jumping
yes.
to point and laugh at you.
Yeah. Don't listen to him. He's just waiting for Rogue the Bat so he can stare at that bat ass.
I'm not really
I
interested. in
mean, we all are.
Yes. For once, China would actually do something right when it wants to eat that bat.
But,
the- wow, fucker!
Jesus,
I'm gonna use the
Angel,
bathroom. Be right back.
You're an
You're
asshole,
on
bro.
fire. Of course, folks.
All right, so getting back on subject. So, folks, are you excited for Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Are you excited for Idris Elba voicing as Knuckles?
Echidna.
Let Knuckles the Echidna. Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. Let us know on the stream here, or if you're watching on the replay. And I do want to take a minute, real quick, one more time. I wanted to thank before Angel comes back in. I wanted to take a minute because earlier tonight on Los Amigos Play, one of our subscribers, Duck, on our YouTube chat, let us know that they went ahead and supported the Ravens Flock on our Teespring store and went ahead and got themselves 3 Ravens Flock t-shirts.
That's
And-
really awesome, and I'm happy for that. And yes, folks, that is true. We have our Teespring merchandise shop here. It's teespring.com/store/the-ravens-flock. If you take a look at our shop, we have all sorts of merchandise, ranging from t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, yoga pants, to nice accessories such as phone cases. We also have stickers, all tote bags, etc. And
there's one little thing, though. I know what you were going to say, but one little thing. We asked Duck whether or not if they managed to use the promo code that we came up with, which is promo code CONSAREBACK, which gives you 15% off of your total order whenever you order anything off our Teespring store. And he let us know that he didn't actually use it, which is kind of a pain, and I'm really sorry about that. Of course, I can't really do anything retroactively, but they put their order down yesterday. They're going to go ahead and receive those shirts, but we want you guys to know, we want you to get the best deal that we can provide while still having you support us the best way possible, and we thank you very much for it. So go ahead, check out our Teespring store.
in fact,
Use the promo code.
yes, in fact, if you haven't done it yet, Juancho, I would humbly ask that you please share the link on the comments along with the promo
Give me 2
code.
seconds. I'm going to go ahead and grab the
Go
link.
right ahead, folks. As Juan says, our promo code CONS are back with the letter R. That is our code. You get 15% off on all your purchased items. Make sure you shop, and that code will be around as long as we want it to be around. So
Yep,
get
great.
it while while the promotion lasts.
Get it while we care.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, don't
kidding.
forget. And one of the shirts that we have right now that's white hot is the new shirt for Los Amigos Play, and it is paying homage to Sony's PlayStation console.
Thanks for
series.
giving away the secret there. I was like, we're trying to elude.
I thought it was already there.
Yeah, it's there. I'm saying we're trying to allude to whichever console
Okay,
that we
my
use.
bad.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Don't
bad.
listen to that. That wasn't a thing.
All right, never mind.
No,
But-
we're not infringing copyrights at all. We are paying homage.
Oh, okay, Juan. All right.
It's a homage.
It's a homage.
Homage.
But no, before Angel took off to use the can, I was going to have him segue into talking up on the latest comics of King Spawn and how it sold over 500,000 copies. Juan, do you want to pick up a slack?
I don't know shit about that.
No, it's okay. You know what? I'll pick up his slack because we
I don't
gotta
know
keep the
jack
ball
shit
rolling.
about that story. You guys didn't tell me squat.
We got 24 minutes. I'll do it. You know what?
You're not picking a damn thing as long as my heart beats within my breast.
You know we can't hear you
We
from all
can't
the way
hear
over
you,
there.
dude. But you sound good muted.
I care about what I have to say, not what
All
who's
right,
listening.
slide on in.
Deep
Go ahead and
shits.
let people know about the glory of King Spawn.
Yes, bro.
So,
it's all
ladies and
you.
gentlemen, thank you kindly. Normally, this is the part where we talk about video games, but in a nice little change of pace, today we're going to talk about good old comic books. As you know, recently DC and Marvel have gone into a bit of a slump. A change in characters, writers, and directors has resulted in a slew of titles that, quite frankly, are no good. Bad artwork, bad storylines, bad direction, characters that seem more obsessed with their agendas than telling you a good story, boxes upon boxes of text, and artwork that ranges from amateurish to, Jesus Christ, I could take a turd freshly grounded out of my asshole and draw something better. As you can imagine, things are not going very well. So, the beautiful thing about time is that it's a flat circle. And given enough time, things will eventually repeat. Have I ever told you the tale of Todd McFarlane, the Edgy?
Yeah. Isn't he the guy who invented Venom?
It is not a tale that other comic book readers would tell you. Nah, but for
It's
real.
also the guy who invented Carnage.
Yes, indeed.
If I'm not mistaken, Frank Miller invented Daredevil and Elektra. My bad.
That is correct. So, here's the deal with our good old friend here, Mr. McFarlane. A long time ago, he used to be working for the companies like Marvel and DC, the big ones, and he was forced to remove from them because they kept criticizing his artwork and storylines as being too dark and edgy.
Really?
So, he
Okay.
stepped out on his own, worked with Dark Horse Comics, and made Spawn, which was a rousing, beautiful success. It had plenty of merchandise, toys, a shitty movie, and an amazing animated series that I encourage everybody to go
The
watch.
movie wasn't quite that shitty.
It
No,
was
it
kind of
was-
shitty in the special effects department.
Eh.
Like
That
they
part,
put,
yeah,
they
but
put
the
all-
story was
oh no, the story was
on
fine,
point.
but
The
they
story was fine, but
they
the
put all the
CG
budget
was-
on his cape and nowhere else. Honestly, we could use a Spawn movie right about now. Honestly, I
Okay,
wouldn't.
and truthfully, let's go ahead and bring back Michael J. White and John Leguizamo.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
would
hell,
do it.
why
not?
They would do it. They could do it. I mean, it
John
would be a-
Leguizamo is clearly a very, very well endowed character actor. He could be the clown one more time. I don't.
He's
That's
open to
right.
doing anything, dude.
All
Now,
right.
this is
Yeah,
going to
he
be the
is.
big one because once again, he has come to the rescue of the Western comic book industry, which as of recently had his ass kicked by a single manga title. I will never get over that. Where were you the
How
day?
Demon Slayer
Where were
managed to outsell the entirety of the U.S. Western comic books
all of
market
it?
is beyond comprehension.
Where were you the day with a very
Where
seriously?
were you
The
when
story of Demon
comics
Slayer is
stopped
actually
selling?
fairly average. It's not exactly groundbreaking. It's not bad, but it's just kind of normal. Like 7 out of 10 story, amazing artwork and music, but that's all it took.
Jose, give me a country music guitar here.
Ding, dong,
Oh,
dong, ding,
God.
dong.
Where were you? No. Like Alan Jackson style.
I'm
Where were
gonna
you?
take my manga to the old town road.
Fucker, I'm singing here.
Sorry.
Where were
Damn.
you when the comics stopped selling? Were you in the checkout aisle, or were you just window shopping because you're a drag? Where were you when the comics stopped selling? Were you getting laid like a man, or were you just Nope. I'm not finishing that sentence.
So, digressing on this matter, it
Nope.
appears that once more the cycle repeats, as Mr. Todd McFarlane decided to come up with a new title called King Spawn. And the recent launch of his new monthly comic book, King Spawn #1, has shattered all sales records with just under 500,000 pre-orders through comic stores and retailers. This marks the single largest new superhero monthly title launch in the comic book industry in the past 25 years.
Okay, you got to remember something. Todd McFarlane is independently published.
Yeah, he's doing this on his own, basically.
Like it's literally the equivalent of any one of us schmoes publishing a book through fucking Amazon Prime or whatever. Just like, hey, we got a PDF of a book, we got it straightened down, everything and formatted. We published on our own.
Yeah,
Todd McFarlane has been running Spawn and the Spawn series pretty much on his own this whole time.
essentially, yeah.
Now he came out with a new series calling a limited run series called King Spawn,
That's
and the
right.
first issue of it has sold 500,000 copies.
Holy shit.
That's right, my man.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
and just to put in
What?
to put in comparison just how badly Western comic books are doing, this single title has sold more comic books than DC and Marvel in the last 25 years, based on the standard formula of sales for comic book industry: non-returnable, non-retailer, exclusive sales. Total pre-orders of 497,000 are bigger than any Marvel new monthly superhero launch, including Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Captain America issue in the past quarter of a century. McFarlane's King Spawn #1 is also topped every DC comic new monthly title launch for the past 2.5 decades, including Batman, Superman, Flash, and Wonder Woman. So this dude didn't just beat one, he beat both of them at the same time, more or less.
Damn.
Do you have any idea how much bad faith there's got to be in the comics in fandom, where folks are not that hyped or that invested in getting their hands on the latest Iron Man comic or Batman comic or Wonder Woman or Thor or whatever? But this motherfucker comes back out. Todd McFarlane comes out with a tasty, fresh, crispy Spawn comic.
Delicious.
And the first issue, you said pre-orders and people buying that
Yeah.
shit? 497,000 fucking copies.
But wait,
Sweet,
there's
merciful
more.
God. That is insane. That is so wild.
So, McFarlane introduced Spawn in 1992, way earlier than I expected, after making a name for himself as a writer and artist on Marvel's Spider-Man. So he was working with Marvel before, and he left them because they kept bitching about his art style.
There was, he's the one who gave us Venom.
Yeah.
And he gave us Carnage afterwards. But then they started going really fucking crazy with the edgelordiness of Carnage.
There's like 7
And-
versions of Carnage with different colors. It's stupid.
And
Jesus.
literally, he was trying to keep Venom as the harder edged villainous character.
Makes sense.
And folks are like, well, there's a problem, Todd. What's the problem? Well, people like Venom.
So we're making him a main character now.
Okay, but he's still a villain, isn't he?
No, he's now the good guy. We need to make an even more villainous villain to fight the former villain.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, I came up with a guy. Okay, I've got another symbiote. He's black and blood red, and he's bonded to a serial killer. His name is Carnage. Cool, here we go. Let's try that out.
Oh shit, it exploded in popularity. Amazing.
Oh,
Holy
crap.
shit.
Yay, great. So, people are... I could still write about how bloody and gory these symbiote
Nope.
freaks are, right?
No, everything's now family friendly.
What?
Also, we're making a TV series. It's gonna be great, has a sick theme, but punches never land, the entire sky is on acid, and your web will hang on to the clouds.
You gotta be kidding me.
And then he did his own thing.
That's when he left.
I was always growing up as the underdog
Fun
kid.
fact, that's that little imitation. It's kind of close to Todd McFarlane's actual voice. I don't try to do that in jest or anything. I was just trying to get into mindset.
No, you're
Go
fine.
on.
I was
Juan.
always
Go on.
growing up as the underdog kid, said McFarlane in The Hollywood Reporter. Moments happen when you can take on giants and live to tell the tale. For context, but I love context. Context is a fucking amazing.
Context is cool.
On how big King Spawn has become, DC's Action Comics number 1000 sold an estimated 504,000 units to become the top-selling comic of 2018, with DC Detective Comics number 1000 topping 2019 with an estimated 574,705 sales. Comic sales are tracked by how many issues are bought by retailers, who then sell them to customers. King Spawn will be available to readers on August 25th. McFarlane notes that those issues were historic issues, with the machines of 2 big companies behind them. Imagine the indie publisher McFarlane and other artists founded in 1992 is the 3rd biggest publisher in the industry. Last year, everybody was afraid that the coronavirus was going to fuck up with the industry, with the stay-at-home orders shuttering the comic stores. But it looks like the industry is rebounding. But consider the following. Mr. McFarlane released a book that sold as much as legacy issues of the biggest companies of comic books in the world by himself.
Damn.
If that is not a highlight of how high his quality is compared to the big 2, I don't know what is.
That is wild as hell. I'm
Insanity.
still I am
Very
still
insane.
flabbergasted by that and impressed. Obviously, it's obviously this is big news. Obviously, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Of course, folks are gonna take this as fuck you, DC and Marvel. You can't write. The problem is, okay,
can't
they've
write.
got writer problems. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
They very clearly cannot fucking write.
But at the same time, it's a matter of okay, this guy's clearly determined. This guy's
bro,
clearly
hey, bro,
putting
hey, bro.
himself in.
High school dropout chemical engineer.
Please stop picking at the foam on that thing. Those covers are expensive.
If you break
I'll
it, you
buy you a
it.
new one, don't worry.
Please
Okay.
don't.
I can afford it. I can, in fact, buy you a new phone. I will.
Fine, whatever. The point here, folks, is obviously people are psyched about this, And of course, we're looking forward to seeing how the story itself holds up. These are just pre-sales. We don't actually know what the story on King Spawn is going to be. This is just the purchases on hype and good faith
Allow me to
alone.
explain to you the story of King Spawn in very simple, concentrated events.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Once upon a time, Spawn, there.
Seriously?
There's nothing else to say. It's fucking Spawn, bro!
Okay. That's name value, but
That's
once
name
the,
value,
okay,
but
Oh
what's
no,
the
we don't know what
specifics?
that is yet. I haven't.
we
seen
don't know
it.
what the story is yet. So
I'll check it out. It will be available on the 25th of this month.
So what about you folks watching right now? Are you collectors of comics yourselves? Will you be subscribing or rather purchasing the edition of King Spawn for your own enjoyment?
Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. Let us know what your thoughts are on this development in comics news.
Please
And you know
do.
what? And I'm
Yeah,
actually...
time for one more story.
Yes,
yeah, I
we
was going to
do.
say, I'm actually very happy that... well, do we have time for... Because I was going to bring up a story.
Go ahead, bring up.
Oh, no. I'm actually happy that you brought up Todd McFarlane, that he had his hands on not only Spawn, but also Venom, right?
Yes.
Venom and Carnage. And that's actually pretty cool. Unfortunately,
I brought
those
that
who
part up.
are expecting to watch Venom, There Will Be Carnage, they're going to have to wait a little longer.
Oh, that's right. The movie got delayed.
Oh,
didn't it?
God damn it.
Yes, it appears that due to Corona-chan's wily evil wiles, the movie has been delayed to how late again?
I think
by
October-
1 week.
By 1 week.
Oh, you had me worried there for a second. I thought it was gonna be like a year or some shit.
No, it's going to be a week, but it could change depending on what happens.
No biggie there. Honestly, I can wait a week. I don't mind. My backlog is big enough. I can afford it.
That is actually still part of like the Venom story and the
I gotta
and the
finish
Spawn
reading
story.
this goddamn thing.
So I think we have time for one more thing on here. Like that's not as
Yeah, no, just-
gigantic.
yeah.
we
as
do, in
thought it was
fact,
gonna
have
be.
something to do with video games for once.
Okay.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right, let's go ahead and see if we can squeeze that in before.
Oh, trust me, this will be easy. Halo Infinite's bots are not teabagging you. At least not on purpose, says PCGamer.net.
Okay, this is a follow-up from our video game discussions we had on Halo Infinite. Go on, Angel.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
343
like, strictly-
Industries wants you to know that the Halo Infinite bots are definitely not showing their digital nutsacks in your very real face, at least not on purpose. The humble teabag is one of gaming's most egregious acts, to crouch and stand over the corpse you just killed, to further rob your superiority in their cold, dead faces. It's been around since Halo first touched the world in 2001, and for better or for worse, it has become a key part of the game's culture. Of course, these human acts are performed by humans, not bots. The bots are too noble for such a barbaric ritual, right? Maybe not. During Halo Infinite's beta last month, videos began cropping up of the bots performing the recognizable action. Reddit and Twitter predictably went fucking insane for an AI that apparently has become too intelligent for its own good.
Apparently, a gamer insult maneuver in a video game is now what constitutes an advanced AI.
Oh my God! How many times have we seen teabagging in video games?
By
Come on.
bots, though.
Oh, by
That's
bots.
the problem.
That's the thing. Like
it's not the
humans
player. This
teabagging is
digital
understandable,
shit. Oh,
but
okay.
machines, the
Now-
machines are teabbagging us now.
shit.
Oh my God, Lawrence Fishburne was right.
ID tagged ball sacks with ID tagged faces. Now 343 has,
Bagging ID tagged balls.
now 343 has confirmed that the bots are not deliberately trying to do this. The action apparently is a result of a pathing hiccup. They don't have explicit programming that tells the bots to do that. They are meant to be welcoming and fun for the players at all skill levels, and a feature designed to shove their nutsack in your face will be against that goal. The main issue apparently has to do with the bots having a problem jumping and climbing over certain ledges and stairs. It'll get them stuck in an infinite climbing attempt of landing animation loop that looks like a classic teabag. It's what happens to be observed shortly after a player kill or near a body. It can look like intentional behavior. In reality, the bot was just trying to go up the stairs.
Why do I want to call bullshit and shenanigans on
That
that?
sounds like
This
bullshit.
might be a relief or disappointment, depending on how you feel. But it is pretty funny to see the bots take the dumb stuff that we do.
So
I
would
call
you call it a
bullshit.
major misstep by 343 Industries?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Ha!
Halo Infinite has
I need to
not.
grab that Coke bottle and throw it at you again.
Halo Infinite has not been the only one having some issue with their bots lately. The upcoming first-person shooter Back for Blood beta
That hurts.
caused Turtle Rock Studios a bit of trouble with an unfortunate voice randomization leading to the zombies screaming the N-word.
No, what?
Allow me to clarify, because this is funny. See, the zombies have a bunch of...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, the zombies in the game have a bunch of braces, you know, keyworded to what they say. One of them is... And the other guy is... Gah. And apparently, due to a bit of an issue with the programming, they tended to say those two very close together in big piles. So you got a bunch of zombies screaming.
Oh, no!
Honestly, they should.
Oh,
Bro.
that is beautiful and horrifying.
They should leave it.
Oh,
they have to leave it there.
Oh,
They have
wait,
to
what?
leave it there. I hope they leave it there because that's
No!
amazing.
They can't.
No, but you
everyone is
can bet
gonna
that-
come for fucking.
Bro, don't
heads
you
are going to
understand?
roll.
Those zombies were infected people that were really close with their neighbors.
No, stop it.
No,
Oh,
no, Juan, it's too late. Soon, if it hasn't been made a meme yet, it is going to be made a meme by somebody.
Oh,
The power
God.
of the N-word pass was so powerful.
No!
It destroyed their brains and
Oh.
left their bodies as shambling, flesh-eating zombies.
Oh no,
That's what
fucking
happens
terrible,
when the crackers
man.
stand to steal your rights.
No.
Well, in
stop.
terms of comedy, 343 definitely didn't miss a step on that.
Ugh. You're gonna make me vomit blood one of these days.
Is that their way of making up to us for Red vs. Blue season 0 or season X?
I would call it a step up, yes.
Well, to be fair, that's Rooster's teeth. There's Rooster's teeth. That's their own thing. There's no need to step on their toes either. Now, the last thing I gotta
Fix Ruby.
The last thing I gotta tell you about video games wise is an issue that we got going on with Twitch.
Okay, that's a separate little thing here, real quick, folks. Let us know about the shit in
Yeah, Angel, you're
Halo
covering
and
a lot of news here.
This is the last one for the day with the last 8 minutes I got left.
And let us know in the comments about your thoughts on these glitches in these two video games. 2 seconds. Steph is back now as we are singing What the Deuce. Oh my gosh. And Geeks 5 Ever. Thank you. Jesse Goku, you're back.
Hello.
What's up,
Finally,
man?
King Mexico has come back. Thank
You
you for
getting
joining us.
drunk? You getting swole, man?
We see you getting big, and your numbers are so high.
May
Thank
your
you for joining
games
us.
be bountiful and plentiful.
Yeah,
my
dude,
friend.
I've been watching your progress photos. You look fantastic. I'm doing great myself. I haven't shared it on the programming, but like I shared it with among friends like recently. Like ever since getting back on the wagon, I've lost a whole bunch of weight. I'm down to 230 pounds.
Give it up to this man. He's lost nearly 50 pounds since he started working hard.
Yeah,
And
I myself
and-
plan to join him for the next 8-hour arm workout.
And I just survived surgery, so I don't know how that fucking works.
Don't worry, my man. You'll do it too when you lift your responsibilities, for they are heavier than anything in this world.
don't tell him that.
Go ahead with your article, please.
Please go ahead with the article. Shut up.
So let's talk about Twitch. Apparently, Twitch is trying
Twitch.tv/The Ravens Flock Online. Let's go ahead and get this channel fucking banned, apparently.
So there's a problem with gambling in Twitch, because of course there is.
Because of course there is.
Not happy enough to having a porn problem, now we're having a gambling problem. Twitch is trying to curb the gambling meta by banning any promotions by some streamers claim is not enough. Twitch is now preventing streamers from sharing referral codes or links to gambling websites, following a massive spike in what is called the gambling meta and growing tensions between the streamers and its existence. While gambling streams have been around for quite some time, the Gamba meta has seen as a booming sponsor streams from some of the Twitch's most famous faces. The recent embrace has normalized the practice on platform. The likes of Tyler Trainwrecks Nickham and Felix XQC Lagle having spent hours spinning virtual slot machines. While XQC has decided to quit that kind of thing, citing addiction, Trainwrecks has spent almost 600 hours streaming the slot category since April, according to the Twitch tracker. These virtual slots operate pretty much all the same. One take on an Egyptian theme, one of them it looks like Candy Crush Saga, whatever. The stream's face cam sits on the side, letting the slots do all the talking and the working. Chat is typically a jumble of nonsense messages, hype, or requests to switch to a different slot game. It's essentially hours and hours of advertisements for gambling sites, punctuated by an ever-looming referral code on stream for viewers to use. It is unclear if these streams are being done out of pocket of gambling sites or streamers themselves. Regardless, the slot streaming seems to be very lucrative, at least for the streamer with a large audience. In July, Trainwreck told YouTuber H3H3 that he made $250,000 from referral codes alone, and he called the earnings nothing. The boom of gambling on Twitch has
Are you
caused...
fucking kidding me?
The boom of
Ethan, fuck you, Klein. Oh my god.
The boom on gambling on Twitch has caused a huge debate amongst the site's small circle of stars, with streamers like Pokimane, Asmongold, Critical, and Clean Stevens calling out these potentially harmful consequences of glorifying gambling to Twitch's often underage viewers. And when you got something that gets fucking Pokimane on this shit,
You know you're fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, another dude on YouTube, Mudahar.
yeah,
Some
our
Ordinary
boy
Gamers.
Muda.
Yeah, he actually also covered.
Go check out his channel. He's a fantastic fella.
He also covered the situation of gambling on these websites. The crazy thing is that these gambling video game sites are actually based outside of the U.S. And so a lot of the a lot of the streaming services that are used by these Twitch streamers catch that, like, okay, this is like a restricted site, you're not allowed, and these motherfuckers use VPNs to get around that.
And the fact that they're throwing that promotional code in there is just sweet. The first hit is free, boy.
No. Look, Ethan, fuck you, Klein. And yes, I'm gonna keep saying that. And I'm glad this is one of the few days where I'm glad that we're a small channel. That I can say Ethan Klein H3H really fuck you for saying $250,000 fucking dollars out of referrals to a gambling site. When you have an audience that has a sizable underage demographic that will listen to your ass, and you say that's fucking nothing, fuck you. If that's nothing,
burn in hell.
No. If that's fucking nothing, then you don't fucking need it. Go ahead and do away with that. Save yourself the trouble. Save yourself the hassle. Because you better believe that if Auntie Susan Wojcicki doesn't come after you, then fucking Jeff Bezos and Amazon Prime will. They fucking banned a
You
friend of
dare
mine,
interfere in the empire of Bezos?
They fucking
don't tempt them to shove their giant raucous penis up your ass.
They fucking suspended a friend of mine, Delightfully Danny, off of Twitch. I believe I've showed you her. Like she's made no fucking effort to hide the fact that she does nude artwork and stuff and
At
other
least she
stuff.
didn't lie about it.
No, she didn't lie about that.
Respect her honesty.
And when she does video gaming, she just does video gaming. She was doing body art streaming for the longest time on Twitch, and nobody batted a fucking eye. But the
fair,
moment,
though, Twitch streams far more risky shit, and people get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
At the moment that she said, "Oh, by the way, I'm in a relationship, and my boyfriend helps me with my content in more ways than one."
Whoops, too
and
bad.
he also happens to be a man of color, while she's a white chick. That got so many people fired up that they wound up mass flagging her.
Oh my god.
And
Fucking
and to the point where she also was trying to get a moderator to flag someone else harassing her, and that same moderator was the one that fucking got her suspended. So you mean to tell me that fucking body art where she's got pasties covered over and she's just painting on, I don't remember, I think it was Rogue from X-Men or whatever, and she went into detail with the lining on everything and did shading on everything and everything. But apparently that's not okay. But literally gambling,
perfectly fine,
in Twitch, where you have an underage demographic, where we're not supposed to have fucking gambling unless you're at least 18 or 21 and up.
That is
You need
fucked
fucking
up.
age restriction on this shit.
Please do not forget that there was another streamer whose name I generally forgot, who outright shoved her asshole to the camera for several seconds, and she only got a 3-day ban.
Wasn't she the one who tried to copy strike PewDiePie?
Yeah.
I don't fucking remember that bitch's name.
She might as well have spread her lips and shoved the camera right in there for all she did. 3 days.
3-day suspension. Like, okay,
That's
so that...
Fucking hell.
Just
Okay,
3
so-
days.
okay,
Meanwhile, our friend
like-
here is doing relatively tasteful body paint, and she gets suspended indefinitely.
Like, okay, she... Like, what...
And meanwhile, this jerk off over here is profiting by fucking holding a fucking gambling ring on Twitch and making off thousands of dollars because of it.
The mentality of the rich is something so alien to the average person, isn't it?
Like, if I had $250,000 right fucking now, Ethan, fuck you, Klein. If you don't need that money, send it to me. My Cash App is the Juancho, capital THE, capital JUANCHO. I fucking dare you, Ethan Klein, since you've got no qualms in trying to drag children into a gambling website, and you make $250,000 off the fucking referral code. You're saying that's no big deal? Fucking then you don't need that money. Send it to me. I could use that fucking money right fucking now. I can finally buy a fucking house for my family. I can support myself for the rest of my fucking life off of $250,000. Do you have any idea how fucking disgusting that shit is? It's fucking sick.
Yes,
you
it
want to
is.
make money? Go and make money, but don't fucking forget about the ethics, motherfucker.
Ethics? No, bro, this is Twitch. We don't
Oh,
do
no.
that.
Yeah, you know what? Juan does bring up a good point. And also, to reference from earlier, you know, with Britney Spears' dad, like, trying to make a profit off of her own children.
That is fantastic cosplay.
Like, this is Delightfully Danny. I was going to say...
that looks pretty good.
Like, and here she did the Corpse Bride.
Oh,
Here
okay,
she
that's
did
good.
Joaquin Phoenix as Joker. That's her in a bikini.
Yeah.
And that's just like...
She's
like,
awesome.
Like, I would say, like, respectfully, Danny, if you ever watch this stuff, I would recommend that you open up a bakery. Because you have got cake for days, child.
Ah!
But the point that I'm trying to get
love
at,
and respect.
yeah, no, the point that I'm trying to get at with this correlation between Britney's dad and this scumbag who's making money off
Ethan
of children,
fucking Klein.
Ethan Klein making money off of children, like both of these guys are examples of parasitic, amoral, like douchebags who want to make a quick buck at the expense of their youth,
No surprises
Their
there.
young audience.
of the young audience. Yeah.
No surprises there whatsoever. But yes, it looks like Twitch is trying to cut down on that, whatever is working, when honestly that should not be even be allowed in there to begin with. Because when you think about it, this is also the most low effort stream in the world. All you have to do is let the slot machine roll while you provide commentary. That's it.
Now the good, no. Here's the thing.
Like, even this shit that we're doing over here, it looks like it's just one camera and one thing, but I gotta keep remote control. I gotta keep an eye on the chats.
At least
on
Joe
your-
plays the fucking Doom game.
Exactly. At least Zay fucking plays and we fucking bullshit on the side.
I digress. Unfortunately, this is what happens. The YouTubers got too big and they decided to start using the... the YouTubers are like the corporations. They got so big, they decided they couldn't fail.
It does happen, Angel, but that doesn't mean it has to continue to happen.
Of course not. We just have to kill them all.
No,
but I digress.
We
Now,
just have to kill their ability to.
we have to
fucking-
do a YouTube instrumentality.
No, we have to kill their ability to make money.
At this point, you might as well. Well, I don't want to
It's not
fuck with
gonna
people's
happen.
bread and butter, but when you're bringing children to this shit, when you're your audience, can you imagine being a parent and realizing that you
What
lost...
do you think this fucking guy is a parent?
No,
Let
can you
Angel
imagine
finish his
being a
point,
parent
Juan.
and realizing that you just lost thousands of dollars because your kid kept gambling in some faraway website somewhere else because the funny YouTube man told him to?
And likelier than
Bruh.
not, since these websites are hosted on very dubious domains in places
yes.
like fucking Syria and Russia, you better believe there's malware up the ass with that shit.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah.
But there is also the ending of our episode, which we're getting to. So please, our beloved listeners, let us know what you think of these shenanigans that Twitch has gotten into.
Do you want to kick Ethan Klein's ass too?
He has a
I
very
do.
capable ass.
And give me his fucking money. I need it.
Now then, as expected, it appears that Twitch cannot go more than a few months without going into a controversy. It's become the WWE of streaming.
Oh my God! Well,
But with that,
thankfully-
we have
yeah,
come to the end.
Yes, we have come to the end.
Last comment on here was Geeks5 Ever. I had to take a week and a half off from the gym. I got a major injury. I hope you're
Shit.
feeling better, dude.
I
I
hope, you're
hope you
feeling
recover
good,
soon, man.
But yeah, we have reached the end of our program, and we thank all of you for tuning in and watching and also interacting with us on YouTube and Twitch. It has certainly been awesome. We are always here every single week with our main shows, and we're here, and basically we're going to be here every Saturday. We've been here every Saturday, basically sitting down, discussing topics that's relevant in our community, and also allowing you the opportunity to voice your concerns, to voice your opinions as part of our quest to making your voice our mission. With that said, Juan, plug us away.
Thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of the Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, and Juan Arouse, as we discuss everything within the Florida cosplay community, as well as geek news the world over. And as we said, since 2013, we've been striving to make your voice our mission. Do not forget to share this video, to share the Ravens Flock, to spread the word, let people know what we've been up to, let people know what we're all about. Join us as we continue to strive forward. Help us out in every way you can by letting your friends know, by encouraging them to subscribe to us and to follow us on every single social media site. And in case you need a reminder as to where to follow us, we ask that you continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Twitch.tv/The Ravens Flock Online. And of course, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell on our flagship platform, youtube.com/The Ravens Flock, home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.